Man, they make games so hard nowadays. Hey, what's up, guys? This is Crazy Bones. This was the craziest game of childhood. If you never experienced this, YouTube it. Check it out. It is amazing. It's up there with Pogs. Anyways, my name is Undying OGC. Today is our first video. We are going to be jumping in to tell you all about dragons in Art of Conquest. We're going to cover their skills, what their abilities do, how to infuse your dragon so you can have blessed stats or better stats. We're also going to cover how to learn new skills, and I have the pro tip of the day for you. So stick around, hit the subscribe button, and let's enjoy. Alright guys, so the first thing we need to do is find out where our dragons are located in game. If we hit our little castle icon down on the bottom left, we can come in and every single castle has a little dragon statue. So you can click on the statue, go in, you can see your current dragon, and if you hit under progress, you can level it up, do anything that you need. Under abilities, you can see all of the abilities that the dragon has. Under hatch, you can hatch more dragons if you'd like. Just hit the hatch button, have to have enough room, and you'll be able to hatch it, see a new dragon. And under layer, you can go between any dragons you want. So say I want to deploy this level 1 baby onyx. We can now deploy that. That's my main dragon that's out there. I can hit the train button on the bottom right to train it up some levels. I can also look at the different abilities that it has. But for all general purposes, we're going to focus on the main dragons. So the first thing that you'll notice is we have skills. Any of the yellow skills in the game will allow you to, they'll affect you whether the dragon is in combat or not. They're kind of passive skills that affect outside portions of the game, whether it's increased research speed or anything else. The orange skills, those skills will affect the dragon. They're kind of dragon-based skills. The frigid scales is a wonderful skill, especially if your dragon's going to tank. Otherwise, it's just general skills that the dragon will cast. Next is the purple skills. The purple skills are absolutely amazing. Ideally, you want all 4. You can get away with 3, depending. What happens with the purple skills is as long as your dragon is the one that's selected, all of your troops everywhere will get this buff. So say that you log out and somebody's hitting your garrison, you can actually buff your garrison by having these. For example, right now we can see we have Blessed Fortitude. If we check our garrison, our little tiny trees have 2489k HP. Now if we go back and we switch it out with a little tiny dragon that doesn't have any points in fortitude, we can now check the tree's HP, and the trees have 2288k HP. That's a rather big difference. So I'm just going to switch that back to the regular dragon. If I can find it. Wow, they hit it on me. So the purple abilities are wonderful. They affect your garrison. There's 4 different types. We'll get into those in a moment. The final ability on the bottom is it's an ability that's only effective when your dragon is out in play. There's a few different types. Each one's a specialty. Right now, with the current meta, your best bet is probably a war song if you have noble blood. Or Hero Pred is always amazing. Against Rockin, you can get away with Blessed Humanoid. So it depends on what you want. Luckily, you can have as many dragons as you'd like, up to 5 total. You can have 4 in the layer and 1 that is deployed. I highly recommend that everybody gets a dragon that has 2 yellows, 1 treasury and 1 logistic. The reason for that is at rank 2, you can get 10% faster research speed. and you can also get an additional 5 from the logistic. When you go to queue up research, if you switch to that dragon, it will decrease your research speed, getting you more research faster. So when we do look at the dragons, the 4 purples, one is Ferocity. Ferocity increases the attack of your range units. You have Barbarianism, that increases the crit rate of your melee units. Fortitude increases the health of your melee units. And this one increases the attack speed of your friendly range units. Again, these affect all of your garrison units, so it's important to make sure that you have as many as you can afford. When it comes to infusing your dragon, we'll cover that in a moment, and we'll also cover how to manage learning new abilities for your dragon. When you go to buy skills for your dragon, you can enter the private dealer, and on the bottom, you can select that to buy the skills. It gets very expensive, and you have a chance of losing the skills when you go to replace it. So be very careful when you do it, and I would not recommend doing it with a main dragon. You might get lucky, you might not. And to put this into perspective, one of these that costs 16 of the coins, if you pay pure Linari, there's going to be 3,200 Linari. Alright guys, so now we selected a purple ability from the shop. We spent 3,200 Linari, or the equivalent in the coins. We want to learn this onto the dragon. So how are we going to do that? We're going to go into the dragon under abilities. We're going to click the learn button. From there, we're going to come in, we're going to hit select, we're going to hit learn. When we hit learn, it's going to spin around, it's going to select one thing, and it's going to replace it. You need to take into account that you could lose your final ability when you do this. If you lose your last ability, like say Greater Humanoid, or Blessed Magic Pred, or your Hero Pred, if you lose that, as of right now, as of March 2019, you can't buy those. So it's a gamble that you're going to take. There's no rhyme or reason for where that wheel stops when it spins around. You can get lucky, you can get unlucky. Whatever that skill lands on, it will take over. So say it's a greater fortitude, and it gets replaced by a great ferocity, it's going to become a greater ferocity. If it is a ferocity and it lands on a blessed fortitude, it's now going to become a blessed. So that's how you learn abilities on your dragon. It's very risky. Only do it if you can afford it, and if you can afford to lose the dragon. Alright guys, so to infuse your dragon, go to your castle, hit the dragon thing, abilities, and then hit infuse. Only the things that are not at 100% you can infuse. Each divine dragon that you select will add 5%. So in total, you need 20 divine dragons. If you release a dragon that you've infused before, you'll get them back in the form of capsules. So whatever you put in, you'll always get back. They're all worth 5%. Once you hit a total of 100%, hit infuse, and it will upgrade. So it will go from greater to blessed. Once you're at that point, feel free to upgrade things as normal and enjoy your new higher level purple stats. Alright guys, here are some rapid fire dragon tips. Tip number 1, we went over it before, but make sure that you always have a second dragon solely for the purpose of doing research. So make sure you have at least rank 2 in treasure and rank 2 in logistic. The next dragon tip is, when you are going through the dragon abyss, depending on which spot you stop at, you can change what dragon map you get. So if there's certain dragon set items that you want, you can farm certain types of dragons. So for this, I'm farming the yellow maps for the topaz dragons. From there, you can change where you want to go. So if you are upgrading artifacts, you can actually choose what materials you want to drop depending on the place. So if I really need meteorites, I can go to that level. If I really need whatever that's called, you can go to that level. That will help get you a even distribution for whatever you need for artifacts, so that when you go to enchant them, they're nice and even across the board for you. The final thing I'm going to share with you guys today is a little known secret about dragon stats. So if you look at a stat, you can see the command here is 24, the base is 24, and the growth is 0 out of 30. Now it is possible to increase your growth. So see how the base here is 65, the command is 67, it has a growth out of 2 out of 30, and stamina is 8 out of 40, etc. And they're all slightly higher. So the way that you actually can grow your dragon is only possible if you're leveling your dragon up from level 1. So if you have a brand new dragon that you want to use and your current dragon does not have any growth, disband your current dragon and level up starting at level 1. When you train, see down here on the where it says train, I can do one for 40 dragon glass, and then I can do a train 7 or a train times 7. When you have enough dragon glass, you can do a train times 10. If you do the train times 10 with the EXP, sometimes you'll get a times 2 boost or a times 5 boost. Once in a while, you'll get a times 10 boost. If you get a times 10 boost, that's when your stats hit the growth. I haven't seen anybody with a fully maxed out growth dragon. It is all luck based, but it is entirely possible to get more stats out of your dragons. If you think about how hard it is to get good stats in PvP and how every single stat point matters, getting a few extra stats in anything on your dragon could help you out immensely. So that being said, if you guys found anything useful out of this video, or you want to like and support the channel, please do so. Please hit the big red subscribe button. We'll be putting out videos at least once a week. For these first few weeks, I'm going to be doing a video every day. Tomorrow I'll cover Void 120 Perfect as Sliff. And then from there, we will be covering each hero individually. So until next time, guys, please subscribe, stay safe, and wage war.